So here we are. We're gonna start a new project. We've actually already done a day and a half or so of work on it. I didn't really film this initial part, but I'll try to explain what we're doing here and get you guys a look at it. That is just a cover over a concrete pad that we poured and worked on in the excessive heat for a couple days. And it's going to be where we're actually going to move a grain bin to that's down at the farm. This is maybe a couple 3 miles away from the farm. There's a really steep hill that we have to climb up and down moving grain, and the grain bin that's down at the farm, we could stand and move it anyway, and we definitely could utilize it up here better. So Jacob's dragging this cover off of here. It's probably going to get hung up here on everything. That's an old swimming pool cover is what that is, but there's the concrete, as you can see. And basically all you do there is make a circle of concrete big enough for your bin to sit on. So not really rocket science in pouring concrete, nothing too awfully exciting going on. This little square part you see here for the fan's going to sit. But basically you just form up a big circle and put some cables around it, lots of stobs, some brace work these guys here so the concrete doesn't go where it's not supposed to go. And that's pretty much it. So what we're doing here today, we're going to go along and take all these forms off. This was poured 2 days ago. We're going to get all these forms off, and hopefully everything looks like it's supposed to look after we get the forms off. Well, the forms are off. Big wagon load of fun over there. As you can see, the concrete here actually turned out pretty good, nice and smooth. What you don't see under that concrete is probably, how deep is it, Jacob? 6-8 inches of creek gravel at least over that area. That way it's just not a big giant solid slab of concrete. The top part is about 5 inches thick. Probably also what you don't see, and I actually could walk out here as long as I don't get it too dirty, is right here. There's a little hole there. And so what that hole is a piece of 3/4 inch black pipe that's about 3 feet long that we drove down in the ground. One of the very first things that we did to start forming the bin, and that establishes us a point to where we go back to. That's the center of everything that we did here. We had a big long 2x6 board with a level on it that you put out there in the center hole and run over here on top of those forms, and you go around. That's how you know everything's flat, because grain bins are poured exactly perfectly flat. I did watch a video, and I don't remember the title of it, that Larson Farms put out, and they tore up one of these pads, and Duggo had it stood straight up in the air with the excavator, and they were asking, wonder what that piece of pipe sticking out of the middle is. Well, that little hole out there that I showed you is what that piece of pipe is. That's how you reference everything to the center. So we did get all these off. Jacob had a lovely time with the 3-pound hammer, going around beating the enormous pile of stobs. You can see there are several of them, and it's a few minutes to lunch, and it's getting hot, so we're going to head out of here, cool off a bit, and then go eat some lunch. Okay, so next project for the day. This is just kind of the way things go here. It's, you know, why get rid of something until it's just absolutely slap worn out? So what we got here, we're out here next to our silo, our feed room here, where we feed our beef cattle here. There's the feedway down through there. But the problem we're running into here, I'm not really sure how long this gate has been here, but as you can see, all the way pretty much solid from top to bottom, the gate is completely broken in two. We've came in here and put a few T-posts and some wire and panel to hold everything together, but I just think it's time that we fix the gate. So we do have a new gate over here, and what I'm going to work on here now is getting this mess out of the way and try to get the new gate here. We're going to try to reuse these gate hook pegs here in the post, because I got a feeling that post is pretty old and really hard. So hopefully that those will be the right spacing and we can get this situated. So I can already see that I'm probably going to need some assistance with getting these out of the ground unless they're just not in there very deep. The new gate is just right around the corner there, so I'll see if I can wrestle that beast over here and get it up on these pegs. Okay, so yet again, common problems. They ship these gates with these big pegs in here and they got these nuts that hold them in. I was able to manhandle the top one out, but the bottom, he's just a little too tight. So I'm gonna have to go get a wrench. Be right back. Okay, so as promised, wrench. 15/16 to be precise. We're going to, I don't know why they have to ship them so tightly. It's not like you're gonna leave that in there and hang the gate. That can't work. Guess they gotta put it somewhere though, so. Put it all back together here just so we don't lose it. Because we are not going to use it. We're going to use those existing pegs that are on that post. We will be using this guy. So now, the fun begins of me struggling to try to get this gate up there because Jacob is back over that direction, right over there on the riding mower. He's been mowing grass like all afternoon, so trying to catch up. We've been actually getting some rain, not complaining about that, but the grass is really growing, and it was just one of those days early on with the riding mower. We just had some issues. But we think we've worked through those, so he's got quite a bit of mowing to do and I don't want to bother him, so I'll just put you guys back over here where I had you at, and maybe you can well, if you'll sit there, there we go, maybe you can laugh at me as I struggle with the 16-foot gate by myself. Fell over. I know why you fell over. I was examining this issue. Is that this post, it wiggles. that may be moderately concerning. Its post is probably twice as old as I am, but I'm sure it's supposed to be anchored a little better at the bottom. We may have to look into that situation after we get the gate on there, but I was kind of shaking the post, and you guys are sitting up there, actually had you stuck to the chain and you fell over. So now basically what we got to do is go on the other side of the gate. Yeah, try not to make the gate fall. Just in the hand. Okay, get my wrench that I laid over here. And we gotta loosen our new bolt up. And we hope that we've got enough room to slide down and get under that. Oh my. Yeah. And well, there we go. Okay. So we're gonna have to, alright, loosen it up a little more. This is hard to do with one hand. Gate's wanting to fall over. I got my foot over here holding it. Oh, I think we got it. Alright. We're down low enough, but we're not high enough on that end. So what we got to do now is figure out a way to raise this end. Let's see. There's bound to be a rock down here. There's always a rock you can put under it. Let's see. Actually, the concrete block that it's sitting on there has a bigger hump in it in one spot. Maybe. Oh, it fell off. And I think it might would have worked. Attempt number 2. Scoot the block down a little that time. Try that again. Be a little more gentle with my movement. Oh, it's still not enough. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have hung gates before, probably thinking, yeah, I've been there by yourself. Oh, we'll try this rock. It looks just right size. We'll give that a whirl. Oh man. Well, with a little extra elbow grease, it started. So now, see if you guys will sit up here. Oh, hey, oh. Look, it's already working. You're not supposed to open yet, little buddy. I haven't got you all put together. Come back and please don't fall. Oh yeah, you fell. Alright, where'd that little rock go? Bigger rock. Bigger rock. Now that one's probably too big. Actually, that one's just right. Alright, my wrench. Tighten it up this time in case it goes to opening by itself. I guess by the fact that that happened, I know I got it up here correctly. Alright. We are now mounted there and there, so we shall go down here and examine the situation when we take this rock. Oh, definitely measured this opening for a 16-foot gate. Can't even get my finger in there, which is a good thing. Okay, so it works. our main goal has been achieved. Well, here he is. He's going to make his official Beach Farms debut. This is the dog. His name is Tonto. He's got several nicknames, one of them being Carl. And the reason he's nicknamed Carl is kind of a funny story. If you know the movie Sling Blade, the main character in there is named Carl. Kind of when he talks and stuff, he grunts a little bit. And if you get to rubbing on him, the dog here, just right, he'll get this grunt noise going on. And he sounds like Carl off of Sling Blade. So that's kind of how he got that nickname. But the hardest working employee on the farm right here, there's not a minute goes by, well, unless he's asleep under the truck, which sometimes he is. But if there's a mouse, a rat, a vole, or anything he thinks he can tackle, he's gotten groundhogs before, he is on the case. So he's just hanging out here, and I know that he knows that I'm getting ready to go in here and feed these cattle. So whenever I go in there and hit this button to start this thing, I almost bet you that he'll run in that door, because he's always on the case. You never know when there might be a mouse or a rat. So we'll just walk on in here and keep an eye on that situation, and we'll see what he does. Oh, let's see. Right on cue. So I'm gonna try to maybe explain briefly about what's going on here. Hopefully you can hear me over some of this background noise. This is not normally what this setup here looks like. The reason it is this way at this time is because we're getting close to harvesting our silage and refilling the silo. So the silo has gotten down to a level really low, and we have to build a special box to be able to catch that. But what's happening here is the feeding of these cattle that we were looking at just a minute ago. And they're really not used to me talking, so I'll probably scare them a little bit. But there you see them. Several of them, I think 44, are in this lot right now. And right over there is that gate we just put on. So what's happening here is there's obviously a feedway here with an auger, and the silage is coming down toward us this way. And you feed out however much your desired amount would be down to that end. Now what we're feeding right now is 4 joints, 4 sections, and basically a section would be from this metal pole down to that next metal pole would be 1, and we're going to feed 4 of those. And to go along with the silage, we've got the main ingredient here, which this is just corn that has been run through a grinder. Nothing special about it. It does have some mineral we add to it, that sort of thing, but nothing too special about it really. Now this is a custom blended supplement mix. It's got soybean meal, it's got some well, it's a lot of different things in there. I can't even remember exactly what all is in there. 4 or 5 different things. So you feed that with the corn, with the silage, and that makes the full ration for the diet for these guys, and they are always hungry. We'll go down here and we won't be able to talk much, but maybe we can get some footage of them eating a little bit. So basically what I'm going to do now, it is warm in here. I got to go over here, let this thing down a couple of rounds, just the unloader on the inside of the silo. And I'm going to try to set you guys over here, and I'm going to get that shovel and put some of this corn out, and we'll watch these guys eat a little bit. right, so I believe that's going to wrap this video up. Just a fun-filled day of all sorts of a variety of things we did. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it if you do that. And we'll just never know what we might get into next time. So check back with us and we'll see you then.